In October 2018, we travelled to Beirut to see firsthand the work of SB Overseas in its mission to educate and empower Lebanon's refugees. The tiny country hosts over 2 million Syrian refugees. The strain on the country's services has been immense, and unsurprisingly, nearly half of the refugees receive no education at all. SB's ethos is based on emancipation and self-determination, dividing its activities into education, empowerment, and emergency aid. Its director and founder, Luma Albeek, runs the organization from Brussels.
Good morning, my name is Luma. I'm the founder of SB Overseas. I founded SB Overseas in 2013 when the war started and the refugees start to move out of the country. We felt that we need to do something to help those people. The first time that I visit Lebanon, I went to Arsal. I visited one of the camps. It's the camp of just women and kids. And one of those women, when I went to her tent, I asked her, what you want? I don't have a baguette magic to change the world. Tell me what you want. And she looked straight to my eyes and told me, school.
Over the next week, we visited SB's 3 schools in the Shatila, Arsal, and Saida refugee camps to see for ourselves how such a small organization has just last year managed to transform the lives of 3,500 people and their wider community. Our first day in Beirut, the children of the Bukra Allah Center were graduating, and some hopefully placing in the city's public schools. SB runs 6-month terms, within which it strives to prepare its students for full-time education alongside children their own age. Despite their experiences, their desire and ability to learn has only been strengthened. All they need is the opportunity. The staff here are made up of paid teachers, most of them refugees themselves, and a cycle of volunteers from all over the world. They teach maths, Arabic, English and French to children and women of all ages. Nearly all of them have missed out on years of education and often can't read when they start here. The results can be transformational. Tell me the story of Shireen.
So Shireen, she's a wonderful girl. She keeps smiling, even if you think that she don't have any problem, but no one don't have any problem.
اسمي شيرين. عمري 14. صار لي بالمدرسة الرسمية صار لي سنة. بحب المدرسة، يعني بحب إنه أتعلم وأحقق أحلامي وهيك شيء. أكيد هون علموني كثير، يعني وقت جيت هون ما كنت أقرأ ولا الأحرف أبدا.
We are very proud of her that she now in the public school and now she's helping other children and she get involved in our program, youth program. It's very good example for the other children to see that we can achieve something if we want to do that. It's about believing in yourself and believing that those people here in the center, they want to help you.
Shireen is a clear success story. Entering SB completely illiterate, she is now at the same level as her local classmates and flourishing. Unfortunately, this opportunity cannot be given to everyone. SB has a waiting list of over 1,500 children across its schools, and sadly, there are no other NGOs providing this sort of service in the 3 camps that we visited.
زائد عنا صعوبة أكبر تحدي كمان إنه عنا كتير أعداد على الويتنج ليست، بس إنه ما فينا نستقبلهم لأن ما في مكان. فلما بيكون في مثلا تمويل كبير ممكن الواحد يفتح مركز أكبر، ممكن يفتح مركز تاني لحتى يقدر يستقبل هاي الأعداد.
The organization's inability to take in every applicant is compounded by the fact that not even all the graduates can find a place in the already overcrowded public schools. But for the lucky few, a place with SB can mean everything. Can you tell me the story of Ziad?
So Ziad, he started with us. He has a small handicap. The family asked us to have him in the classes. because no one accepts to have him in his class or in school. We didn't even think about it.
زياد كان عنده مشاكل من أول ما خلق، كان عنده نقص تنفس. هذا الشيء أثر على نموه. هو أكتر أثر على نموه جسديا، لأن عقليا هو إنه قادر إنه يستوعب كل شيء وبيفهم كل شيء، بس أثر على حركته، أثر على نطقه.
Can't leave the house. They live on like the 4th or 5th floor in this like really old decrepit building in Shatila, with like these super uneven stairs that are hard for anyone to climb up, and like even harder for Ziad to come up. So it's really hard for Ziad to leave his house, and he's never had any friends before coming to Bukar Allah, and now he's got like a couple friends that go over to his house and spend time with him outside of school sometimes, and they sit with him and they like help him write on his worksheets because he can't do that kind of stuff. It's like really good for him, and also I think good for them as well.
It wasn't easy for the teachers, it wasn't easy for the student, it wasn't easy for the staff, because we didn't have this experience. We have our psychologist, we have training, we give our teachers our volunteer training, but still Ziad as a child with special needs, he needs more than the other children. Sometimes he can't write, they hold his hand and write with him. He can't walk, they hold him together. Even if he is sick, they went with the teacher to visit him.
شو كنت تساوي قبل ما تيجي على المركز هون؟
البيت.
كان هو كتير حابب انه يلاقي مكان يتعلم فيه، لان ما كان عنده محل اي محل تاني يطلع عليه غير البيت. فما كان لا عنده رفقة، لا كان عنده شي يلعب فيه. هو حياته كانت بس بالبيت. فدائما بيقول لأهله لما اخواته بيروحوا على المدرسة انه ليش انا ما بروح على المدرسة، انه لشو حياتي، لو بموت افضل.
You can see the difference after 3 months, after 6 months, how he developed his skills, how the children, they developed their skills to adapt him in the class, to be a friend, how they act the first day, how they act after 3 months, and now how they act with him. And it's something that make me proud that even the small kids, they can give hope to other people.
كيف وقت أول نهار جيتوا أنت وأمك لتسجلوا؟ كيف كان؟ كيف شفت المركز؟ كيف حسيت؟ ليش؟
SB helps its students rediscover a sense of belonging and identity. The children here are not only taught academic subjects, but also compassion in a world which sorely lacks it. Many students suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder, and some have been driven to drugs and prostitution. Educating them is no ordinary task, and this reality informs SB's work. Empowerment is a guiding principle in how SB approaches the classes for everyone, but especially for the mothers and older women. Here too, women who have been denied an education are given a chance to rediscover a part of themselves.
Most of the women I work with are Syrian refugees. Most of them have children, regardless of age. I work with 3 18-year-olds that have 3 kids already. Working with the women is really, really special because you're watching an adult realize the capacity of their learning and how it hasn't diminished in any way.
As well as reading and writing, the women are also taught practical skills, such as sewing, giving them a means to earn a living and restoring in them a sense of confidence and agency.
أنا تعلمت بساعد غيري مثلا كثير هان بالمخيم ما بيعرفوا يخيطوا أو شيء بيجيبوا لي بساعدهم بالخيوطة.
تعلمنا كثير يعني وحتى هلا عم نتربى حالنا من ورا هاي الدورة الخياطة والتدريس.
أنا أنجزت شيء بحياتي لأني مش متعلمة شيء أنا.
بكونوا فايتين ضعاف ما عندهم هم غير الخيمة وشغل البيت وبس. لما يجوا لهون لا بتحسوا إنه تغيرت نفسيتهم. إن هلا 5 سنين وعم نخرج دفعات نساء كتير. أنا بروح بزورهم عن جد بيقولوا لي شكرا لأنك علمتينا.
Ultimately, the concept of hope is what is most central to SB's work. the volunteers and paid staff strive to create an environment where people can feel safe, their minds stimulated, and their hearts nurtured. SB lets people dare to dream again. This was no more evident than in the Cider Camp, a formerly abandoned building across the road from a private school that houses over 1,000 refugees. There, we met Sidra.
Sidra, for me, she's inspiring me every time. When I met her, she was just smiling and she didn't know how to read.
اسمي سيدرا وعمري 13 سنة وأنا من سوريا بس عايشة بلبنان.
And how long have you been with SB?
سنتين. هلا هون بيفرق عن هونيك كتير لأنه هون تقريبا طريقة التعليم متطورة أكتر والمعلمين يعني هون بيمشوا معنا خطوة 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 واحد أما هونيك إنه غير هيك إنه الأساتذة تعاملهم معنا في شيء مميز يعني ماني أعرف كيف بدي أقوله بس في شيء مميز هون إنه غير هونيك بخليك دائما تجي تتنافس مع نفسك إنك لازم تكون الأفضل وتشجيع الأساتذة يعني حتى لو كان عندك غلط بشيء إنه it's okay تقدر المرة الجاية تكون أحسن والمرة بعد أكثر.
Sidra's parents initially resisted SB's efforts to sign her up, but after weeks of convincing from staff who had recognized her potential and desire to learn, they relented. Sidra flourished, and after graduating, found a place in the public school system where she came top of her class her first year.
So the father and the mother make a small party for us and invite everyone. And the father who resisted to send her to the school, he was crying. He was crying and was like just saying thank you for like helping us. And now he sent the 4 kids to our school. So again, education, it didn't change the life of Sidra or this girl or those children. It changed the life of the whole family, the whole community. And she became an example for everyone around her.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be a lawyer.
A lawyer? Why?
Because I want to defend women's rights.
How essential is the work that you guys do here?
It's pretty essential. The kids don't have much to do otherwise if they're not in school. Many of them are able to go to public school, they have access, but there are a number of obstacles that keep them from actually attending in reality, from transportation to their parents consenting for them to attend. Some of the parents feel that they need their kids to work instead, selling gum on the street or tissues. Or for some of the older girls to work at home or prepare for marriage in cooking and cleaning and so on.
لما دخلت هون على لبنان أول سنة راحت من حياة الأولاد ما تعلموا. بعدين الحمد لله يعني صار مركز التابعين له والمدارس الرسمية.
وبالنهاية نحن بني آدمين وإنسان نحن نتمنى إنه أي حدا يحترم وجودنا. يعني كثير عانت الناس اللي هون من هاي الناحية. لأنه ما حدا كان يحترم وجود هاي الناس إنه بطريقة إنه لبقة بالتعامل. ف يعني الاسمي لما تعاملت معها هون الناس انه كان في كتير فرق يعني صارت الناس تحاول انه تتعلم شيء غير انه نحن مهجرين انا لاجئ انه لازم ما اتعلم شيء فتغيرت هاي الفكرة يعني في بالنا.
None of these families want to stay in Lebanon, they want to go home. And when they return home, or for however long they're here, it's important that they've had some basic socialization and basic education. But beyond that, we do want to give them as many opportunities of substance, I think, that would be useful to them.
I think it's about exchange till we build this trust. And I'm sure after 1 month, they see the difference directly about the education. They see the difference about the behavior of the children. Some of the children, they come and they don't know, they didn't even brush their teeth, or they don't know how to wear their trouser, or so we do everything. So the family are very happy.
Ultimately, a charity's worth is best measured by its impact on the lives of the people it serves. It was clear, from speaking to the parents and children, that SB is providing a crucial and overlooked need, reinstilling a belief that there is a future beyond the camps, and endowing them with the tools needed to take advantage of that future. But with so many children out of school, and so few organisations focusing on the issue, the task can seem insurmountable. And for a small group like SB, generating enough funding just to stay afloat is a daily struggle in itself.
Our work, it's act very quickly and it's make the difference, so the family believe in us. More fun mean that we are safe for long term, we can do our job better, and we don't need to stress and calculate every single 1 centime where we need to spend it to help. More fund, it's mean giving hope for more children.